drives you to excel in your area of expertise? You know, when nobody's looking and you're rehearsing, you know, where does that passion come from?
I think just from my own inner sense of creating something in the world. You know, like I will say I've always been a bit of an overachiever in most of the things I did. You know, I was like, I'm going to be a valedictorian, I'm going to do that, you know, and so that carries over into the music. And it took me a long time actually to dive into music full time, because I was afraid that, you know, music is not a very, it's not a career you can count on.
Right.
It's a hard industry. And so I wasn't sure I wanted to dive into it, but this is just what I love more than anything in the world, and I had to do it.
That's great. What has been your biggest inspiration so far, and maybe why?
Well, you know, I grew up in a very musical household, and I will say that growing up with my parents just strumming guitars in the living room on a nightly basis is really what made me become an artist, is that I wanted to join in on the sing-alongs, and I loved just the feeling of singing and creating songs is, to me, the most magical thing that I can think of. So growing up, I will say growing up, as far as artists, it was Emmylou Harris. I wanted to be Emmylou Harris when I grew up.
Yeah. So what would be the best piece of advice you'd give someone, regardless of age or background, trying to break into this business?
Well, really just not comparing yourself to everybody else, which in this day of like social media and all these things, it's really hard not to just watch everybody else and what they're doing and kind of not letting like jealousy and feeling like you're not stacking up and that you're not, you know, progressing as fast as everybody around you is. It can be a challenge not to do that. I have to check myself on a regular basis just to go, okay, everybody's on a different timeline, different path.
Right.
I think it's just trusting in what you're doing and not comparing yourself to other people.
Absolutely.
I think is the biggest thing I've taken away from doing this for as many years as I have.
I totally agree with that. I wonder that too sometimes doing this show, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of noise out there.
There is. You got to tune it out and do your thing.